What's going on YouTube? Pistol Pete here. So today I'm going to be going over the cold steel Voyager Vaquero blade. So this has always interested me. I never really pulled the trigger on these in the past just because I'm not a big fan of serrations, but on a knife like this for like a self-defense knife or all utility around utility knife. But I know Lynn Thompson and Cold Steel kind of more push this is for self-defense, and Lynn Thompson gives his opinion on why he prefers these. And he said out of all the blades, he always carries, he says, the Vaquero blades. So I wanted to check them out. They're not too pricey. You can find them all day long for around 80 to 100 bucks, but if you get a good deal, I found it on eBay. The guy was selling 2 of them for the price of, he wanted 100 bucks. I made him an offer for 90. He accepted it. So 45 bucks each wasn't too bad for this. So I am going to put right here, I'm going to put all the specs of it. So you can take a look at all the specs and see everything this thing has to offer and all the dimensions of it. And I'm also going to go over it briefly here. So like I said, I did get 2. Let's get right into it. They did not come with boxes. That was the only catch, but these are the original. The guy guaranteed it, and then I double checked everything and made sure that these are not the knockoff versions. These are actually the real cold steel. And this one I put a $2.10 pocket opener on it. This you can get off of Etsy. $2.15 I think it is, man. And these things kick ass. They work really good. And just the same as like the brand name would be Snaggletooth, same as those, just catches your pocket and boom. And it just works great. This thing works so great, man. For $2, you can't beat it. I believe the other ones, like the more name brand ones, are like, again, like 20 bucks, 30 bucks. So you could buy like 15, 20 of these for the price of that. But look at that blade. Look at that freaking recurve. Just freaking nuts. Just nuts. I do love the look of it. Once I got it, I was like, man, this thing's wicked with especially with the serrations, because I know Lynn Thompson was going off and on about how serrations are super devastating. They cut 3 times as deep as a flat blade, and also it stays sharper way longer, right? So you could use this and use this without sharpening it, and it'll still cut. A flat blade, a flat edge, plain edge, once it goes dull, it's dull. I mean, you can't cut nothing. This, even when it's super dull, you can still make that one last cut. So I was like, I'll give it a try, because I do like the blade shape a little bit, and that piercing point. He did say you can see the point here ends right in the middle of the whole blade, so it's right in the middle, so it just slides right in. And this thing is great for piercing. I've seen a few other content creators go over the piercing power of this and just show you the difference. Like he used the Raja 2. One guy I was looking at used the Raja 2, and he just hit the box, and he was hitting hard, boom, and it was just hitting. It was going through this. I mean, very, very little ease, just slipped right in. I mean, like butter, just deep between 2 or 3 inch layer of denim and the end of the box. It's just freaking just amazing, wicked for self-defense. That's what it's used for mainly, is that going to be that. But I'll go over briefly some of the dimensions of this. So it does have that plastic Gryvex style handle. You got a 5.5 inch blade length, overall 12.25 inches overall length. You do have the triad lock. This is Oz 10A steel, which is awesome. It's 4 millimeters thick blade stock, and just smooth as butter. I mean, smooth as butter, dude. Look at that. I think the action's great. It's a little thick. It is big. Now, when using this, disclaimer, you do have to be very careful with your laws, and make sure if you pull this out, it's to defend your life only, because something like this in the juror's eyes is going to look really bad if you pull this out and use this on someone, right? So that's the only thing you got to worry about. This makes an awesome self-defense weapon. Awesome self-defense weapon. But it also makes a very, very intimidating weapon in court, right? Because of the curve and the serrations. They're going to be like, what are you doing walking around with a blade like that in your pocket, right? And then, all of us, we know the answer because of our freedoms and our rights, right? But, they want to screw you over any way they can, especially in special states like California and New York. They're just all for the criminal, right? So just be careful when you're pulling something like this out. It looks a lot better to pull out a little 3-4 inch pocket knife and use it with this. If your life's depending on it and some guy's going to kill you or some guy's stabbing you and you have this in your pocket, I would take my chances with the jury. Just use this bad boy. And like Lynn Thompson was saying, again, the way that curve is, if you're to slash down or someone comes at you, you go boom, and you pull, it pulls straight through. I mean, it'll just pull into the material, flesh, whatever you're pulling, and just goes so deep into the skin. I mean, it just drives into whatever you're pulling through. So very devastating, very high cutting capability of this knife. Those serrations are absolutely wicked. Just awesome. I do like it. Like I said, I'm glad I got two. I just haven't had a chance yet to put this is how it looks. It normally comes like this without that snaggle tooth. I normally, I was gonna put it on both. I bought a bunch, so I just haven't had a chance to put it on this one yet. I just put it on this one, but you can see the difference here. The little snaggle tooth makes here. Just awesome. I highly recommend this thing too. I mean, it just pops out of your pocket open and within seconds. You know, it's like super faster than an automatic in my opinion. It's just nuts. And you got that triad lock that reinforces it, almost makes it like a fixed blade. Closest you can get to a fixed blade. You do have the different hand positionings here, which are awesome. You know, and I was gonna say, look at this. It has this little texture in here too, which is like, they look like iron crosses, but a little texturing within there that grip your hands just perfectly. I mean, it feels really good in the hand. So you have the grip up here, you can grab up to the top, or you can even grab up here if you're gonna try to do some shaving, some fine work. You got the one behind this guard choil, I guess you call it right here, this little hump to keep your hand from sliding up on the blade. And you're not going anywhere in that. I mean, it's not, your hand's not, even if it was, this is too textured, but even if it was slick, your hand's gonna be saved by that right there. You're not gonna go into the blade there. So you got there, then you got the middle, the end grip here. So I'll call it like a middle grip, because you still have one last one, which is back here, where you can kind of cup this back and use it for reach. So if you have to stab something or slash something, you have a little bit extra reach to the other person, you know, that's going to try to attack you or the animal or whatever you're going to try to get. You have that extra little reach there, about 9 inches of reach extra. Just an awesome blade, super sharp. I will probably make another video in the future. Right now, it's about 100 degrees out here where I'm at, super humid. So, and I got in-laws over. I already did a bunch of yard work, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of lazy. I don't feel like going back out there and sweating the heat doing a full hard use review on these things. So I will come back to it, and we'll do, and again, something like this isn't going to be for baton. I mean, you can, there's people that I've seen do batoning with it. They do a lot of stuff, but stuff like something like this, you're going to use for slashing and cutting. So maybe in the future, I'm going to try it. Well, I will do it. I'm going to do it in the future. I'm going to get some closed material to cut through and maybe put a piece of meat under it or something like that to show you guys how this thing can just rip through material like crazy. And surprisingly, the weight, it's not really that heavy. I will be also throwing this and see how it throws, you know. It is a fine tip. We'll see how it holds up. You can see there, it is pretty freaking thin, that tip. But we'll see what happens. See if it bends or breaks or what happens. But I'm gonna throw it a few times, because in a self-defense situation, you might have to throw your knife. You never know. So, and like I said, it is fast in hand, man. It's just, if you had to just do some damage, I mean, this thing would just do damage, man. And just slashing, I mean, you'll see some of the videos that people just do like that, boom, snap cut, and this thing will snap cuts and just rips, just zippers through, and just, man, it'll just fillets things right open. Just awesome little self-defense knife. I'm glad I picked these up. Again, I can't beat it. For shipped to me around 50 bucks, they're worth it. They're worth having. Definitely gonna, like I said, do more hard use review for you guys for this, and I have some other ones coming up that I hope you guys enjoy. This one's just a fast one. Sorry, like I said, I got in-laws over. I've a lot of shit I'm doing right now, so I can't do a crazy review on this right now, but I had to show these to you guys. I at least had to pull it out and show it to you guys. I have so many blades I got to get to. I still have to do a review on my a limited run Bark River V44 buoy. That one's so beautiful, so awesome. So happy to add that to my collection. I also got a review on that Snake Eyes replica of the Extreme Raptor by M-Tech. And that one I'm gonna do a hard use review on, because I want to see how it holds up to the original. Because you guys go back and watch that one in the meantime. See all that, I threw it, I batoned with it, I chopped that like crazy with it. I did everything to that damn knife, and it just held up amazingly for 440C steel. This one here, the Snake Eyes, is 440 stainless steel. So we'll see if it has good heat treat and see how it holds up. It's a little thinner too, so we'll see how that has any factor into anything. And then I also have the other M-Tech. It's not the Extreme Raptor, but it's a smaller version of it. It's all blacked out. Forgive me, I don't have the model number right now, but it's a smaller version of it. You can get it on Amazon still. I don't see anyone doing hard use reviews on that one at all. I've seen people do tabletop, but I want to actually put that through the paces and see how it holds up and see if it's a valuable knife to use or take out. Because I know that M-Tech Raptor is awesome to take out and use. So we'll take a look at both and see. We'll do a comparison with that. And then, I mean, those are just the main ones that are coming to my head. I have about 5 or 6 I got to do reviews on. So we got some fun stuff coming up, guys. All right, so hang in there. Please like, subscribe, share, And until next knife, gun, or whatever.